popped up and looked over the log, they saw a creature. So I went into a gas station, and there was this guy that I had asked, uh, who works in government, and I asked him if he had seen any Sasquatch. He's been up in the woods, doing all kinds of stuff, and he wouldn't answer. Which I kind of went, well, either he doesn't know something or he doesn't want to talk about it. And he knows I put out videos on Bigfoot, so he probably just doesn't want anything out there. But so I think it was like a month later or more, I had mentioned to somebody that I'd talked to him, and he kind of gave me that no comment response. And he goes, yeah, I was talking to him one time, and he told me this story about when he was young. Him and a friend, uh, they were up in the woods, and they saw a campfire in the distance, some little shimmer of light, and so they quietly snuck up on this camp to see who it was. And as they got closer, they were really getting down low and sneaking in, and they got behind this log. And he said that when they popped up and looked over the log, they saw a creature sitting in front of a fire that had wings like a giant bat. And as they were looking over, one of them popped a stick and broke it or something, made a noise, and the thing kind of did this, and it slapped its hands together at the end of the wings and put the fire out, and then flew away. And so that was the story this guy had told me. So I don't know what that was.
Awesome.
It's a wild story, isn't it?
Wild indeed. A story like that is something you would probably hear in an episode of The X-Files. But a bat-like creature is not unusual for the state of Washington. On April 19th, 1994 at 9:30 a.m., 18-year-old Brian Cantfield was driving a truck near Buckley, Washington, in the foothills of Mount Rainier. Cantfield's truck came to a sudden stop as a bizarre and terrifying creature appeared no more than 30 feet in front of him. The creature was described at 9 feet tall with bluish fur. It has a wolf-like face, yellow eyes, tufted ears, and a large mouth filled with sharp white teeth. Its feet were described at bird-like, and on its back were 2 wings attached to the shoulders. After an undetermined length of time, the creature unfolded its wings and took off with such force that Cantfield's truck shook with the disturbance of the air. The truck started again, and as abruptly as it had stopped, Cantfield drove home. Cantfield later returned to the site of the encounter with his mother and a neighbor in hopes of finding some sort of physical evidence of the encounter. None was found. Local reporter C.R. Roberts of the Tacoma News Tribune interviewed Cantfield and was convinced of the story. He published an 800-word article based on the interview on April 24, 1994. Several tales of a bat-type creature have been reported around Mount St. Helens throughout the 1980s. A second possible sighting was reported in 2009 near Mount Shasta in California. Several hikers witnessed a huge creature with a massive wingspan of about 50 feet fly out of a crevice in the mountains that they were hiking in.